What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Inked NBA podcast. Episode 20. We hit a little bit of a milestone here. Talked to Courtney Williams. The day of the recording was International Women's Day, so it was sick to be able to talk to one of the swaggiest women in all of sports, Courtney Williams. Not only can she dress, but Courtney's got some of the dopest work in the WNBA and just in basketball in general. She spoke to us about all of her pop culture pieces, a bunch of the anime stuff she has. And then we were also able to kind of dive in and talk about the offseason procedure when being in the WNBA, because, a lot of the WNBA players go and play overseas. So there's no really offseason for them to be able to go get tattoos and have that little break. So that was super dope. We got like an inside look on that. So I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I did. Sit back, relax, and enjoy episode 20. Yo, I want to take a second to introduce the audience to Air NYC's all-natural tattoo balm. The only way to keep your ink looking bold and vibrant. This all-natural balm goes on easy and doesn't leave a greasy feeling like some of the other balms out there. Just lather this onto your newest piece for a quick and easy recovery, or to help revitalize, replenish, and preserve your existing body art. Air NYC's tattoo balm is a must-have for any tattoo enthusiast. Don't take it from me, though. Try it for yourself. Use code INKED20 today for 20% off. Visit airnyc.com, that's spelled EIRNYC.com, to redeem the special offer. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Inked NBA podcast. The day we're recording this, it's National Women's Day, and we are joined by one of the swaggiest women in all of sports, Courtney Williams. Courtney, welcome onto the show. How you doing?
What's up with y'all?
All right, so for anyone that knows kind of the WNBA, knows you as a person, knows that you were very expressing when it comes to like your tattoos and kind of like your style, your swagginess. Talk to me about, just in general first, kind of where that all stems from and what, where the origins of you kind of just being super expressive with your kind of look comes from.
I don't know. I think everybody just have their own creativity, right? And we all just kind of flow with what feels right. So I feel like that's just how I express myself, like through the way I dress, my tattoos. That's just my vibe.
Hell yeah. And what kind of got you, into the tat game? What was your first kind of tattoo, your first kind of looking at tattoos and being like, you know what, I kind of want to get some?
It's crazy. Like my first tattoo was like a little janky one done in the house.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody probably got that story. Not everybody, but most people. So I didn't really start getting like super nice pieces until I got to the league. So, if you want a nice piece, you gotta have a little bit of money on you, because nice pieces cost some cash. But yeah, I just kind of hopped off the porch and my cousin them took me, and I got a little heart basketball that I ended up getting covered. And then from there, I just kind of added on just in college. Then I think I got like my first nice piece, portrait, my best friend that passed away. I got that in Australia. Then just added on from there.
So you talk about kind of the first piece being like that little janky, like kind of garage tattoo thing. Can you just like explain kind of what happened? Tell me that story.
So my cousin was like, yo, we about to go get tatted. You want to come? So obviously I was a little scared, but I'm like, why not? I'll just get me like a little, something small, whatever. So I want to get like the little love and basketball, little symbol, right? So I went and got it, and you try and talk yourself into thinking it looked good. So I'm it's great, like it look good. As time go on, you like, this ain't it right here. This is not it. So I ended up having to get it covered, and it's all she wrote since then.
And how long did that kind of take? Like, when did you get the tattoo, and then when did you get it covered up?
So I think I got that tattoo at about 16, and then I think I got it covered up when I got to college. So I had to be about, because once I got it in high school off of the strength of my cousin. And then after that, I was like, oh, no, I'm not going nowhere else to get tattoos. So then I waited. Once I got in college, I had to be about 20. About 20, I got it covered up.
And so you met kind of like, but once you got to college, right? You started meeting like real artists, like real like good artists at least, and started getting new tattoos.
Decent. It was decent.
Okay.
They weren't like top tier, but
Hmm.
you know, college money ain't that much money either. So you
Yeah.
still kind of working with like not where you can get like top tier tattoos, but you can just kind of get what you can afford. But at least
Hmm.
now you're in a tattoo shop and not like in somebody's house. So that's
Hmm.
kind of what it was like decent. It wasn't like crazy, amazing, like you know, that you kind of see on people, but it was decent.
Yeah. So when did you kind of always want tattoos like growing up, or like what got you at least after that first tat? Was it kind of like addictive to get them, or did you just always kind of see yourself fully tatted up?
Um, nah, I think you know it's so crazy. Once I got my tattoo covered, I ain't really care for it then either. And then I was in this mind frame, I can't get it covered again. So instead of getting it covered again, I'm just gonna add on. So that's
Hmm.
kind of why I went with it. So I added on the roses. I don't know if y'all can see that. I added on the roses. And then I added my mom's name. And then once I did that, I was like, okay, I can't leave all this space. So I
Hmm.
gotta kind of fill that in. I think that's kind of everybody's story. You get a little bit and then you like, all this space I gotta kind of add on and make it look right. So that's
Yeah.
kind of how I rock with it.
All right, so let's talk about the last kind of year progress of your leg, because like I was
Mhm.
saying earlier before the camera started, but you kind of came into, let's say, what was it, like the last year you came in with kind of nothing on your leg, and
Mhm.
then within the last year, I've been seeing like your from your IG posts and stuff, your leg is getting, you're blasting your leg, like you're going all out right now.
Oh yeah.
So talk me through kind of, you know, the route you're going right now, tattoos on your
Mhm.
leg, and why you started to go to the leg.
So so I always love Avatar,
Hmm.
the last Airbender, right? So I always wanted some sort of piece for Avatar, but I got this thing where I don't want to tattoo the left side of my body. I only want to tattoo the right because I figure if I start on the left, I'm just going like I ain't gonna want to stop. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? My bad. That's the little air freshener thing.
You're
But
good.
so I wanted the Avatar piece. So then I got the Avatar piece first, on the right side of my leg. And then once I got that, um, you know, I love Dragon Ball Z as well. So I'm like, I might as well rock with the anime down there. So I got the Avatar piece on my right side, and I got the Dragon Ball Z piece on my left side. Then I got a piece on my knee, and then I just added on Tupac and Andre 3000, my favorite artist, and then I'm gonna go add on Lauren Hill and India Ari.
Hell yeah. And
Yeah,
you're keeping the portraits kind of like on the thigh area, and then the, like
yeah,
you were
for
saying, the
sure,
anime is towards the bottom.
sure.
Fire. And so, you know, you see like kind of the progression of tattoos in especially in the WNBA over
Mhm.
the last, let's say, 5-10 years, kind of going crazy from like 10 years ago where it was kind of like no one really had tats to where
Right.
now, you know, someone that I always like when I think of tattoos in the WNBA, someone I always think of is Ty Young, and that's someone we had Ty on the pod.
Mhm.
And you were just a teammate of Ty's in the Athletes
So,
Unlimited league. So talk to me about kind of Ty, and if she was any inspiration to you, or who was your inspiration kind of to get tattoos, like female or male? Who was it?
yeah, Tiwa the big homie. You
Hmm.
know, she tatted like you said. She got all the nice little pieces. But I think for me, when I came up seeing people tattoo was Cappy Pondexter. She
Okay.
is
Yeah.
like, yeah, crazy tatted. So and I played my first year overseas. I played with her. So to see
Hmm.
her walk in and like have like this AI type swag, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's tough. That's super tough. So that was definitely one of my inspirations.
Hell yeah. So talk to me about kind of from all the places you've played, right? Because I know you've played in a lot of different cities here and then overseas, obviously. Where have you kind of like enjoyed the culture the most when it comes to like fashion, tattoos, and just like kind of like just embracing the city culture? Where have you kind of seen that it's your favorite?
Man, the tattoos is crazy nice in Australia.
Yeah.
Australia, like you could just kind of walk on the beach and like people like crazy tatted, like, and I mean like nice.
Hmm.
Like I got this, like I said, I got this portrait piece right here, um, in Australia,
Yeah.
and it was just the process was like smooth. It wasn't like tearing skin. It was just like it was like in and out, super smooth, no numbing cream. Like it's different over there in Australia for sure.
Hmm. And so so then you would say then, like tattoo wise, your favorite spot to get tatted is in Australia?
Oh yeah, so easy.
And I want to talk to you about kind of your favorite pieces that you have on yourself. So what is your favorite piece, and then what is your most like meaningful piece to you?
So I think it's one I've been showing y'all. My best friend, so my best friend passed away.
Hmm.
So I got this for her. So this is definitely my favorite piece. Um, and the one that means the most to me for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So you talked about, the left side of your body not wanting to get touched. Is
Hmm.
that kind of like a swaggy P kind of thing where it's like, right left side strictly for buckets, where like the right side you'll kind of go all out with the tats and left side is just for buckets?
Nah, not really that. It's just a vibe. I feel like I don't want to start it because then I'm gonna like have to come up with all these different ideas and
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that like once you start getting tattoos, it's like, okay, that sounds dope. Let me get that. Like,
Yeah.
and then you like it don't like you forget all like the when you first get your first tattoo, it's like, oh, this gotta mean something.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
make sure this something that I want on my body for the rest of my life. Like after you done got about 10, 12, you like, all right, this gonna look tough. Like it's just gonna flow with the rest of the pieces. So I feel like I done kind of got to that point where it's like I'm more of like flowing versus like,
Hmm.
oh, this gotta be super meaningful. So I don't want to start the left side and then have to like, have like random
Stuff going
stuff.
on. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yo, just want to give a big shout out to the guys over at Manscaped. They hit me up with a dope package that included their newest product, the Lawnmower 4.0. It's a trimmer. It comes with 4 different guards. It's wirelessly charged, so it's easy as hell to use. There's an LED spotlight on it, so you can use it in dark places. And if you go over to the website, you can get 20% off right now using the code InkedMBA. Trust me, your girls are going to love it. Go out and check it out, guys. What would you kind of, I want to ask you this, what would you kind of give advice to someone that's going out and thinking about getting their first tattoo? What would your kind of advice to someone that wants to do that be?
I would say take your time with it. Like, don't just go get it just because you want it, right? Make sure it's a good artist. Make sure they know what they're doing. Make sure you know that you're not just going out trying to go get a cheap tattoo because you want a tattoo,
Hmm.
right? Because if I could have waited and like really like just save some money and then went and just kind of put that money into like a really good artist, I would have took that route versus just like being so antsy to want to go get a tattoo that I just went to anybody. So I
Yeah.
think that's important. Like make sure you go to a good artist that's gonna give you great work because at the end of the day, this is on you for the rest of your life. So you want it to be something that you're proud of, not something like me. Where I gotta just say it's a part of the journey. It's just a part of
Absolutely.
the journey.
Yeah. And then what about, so we talked about you kind of being like into fashion and fire with your like all your outfits and stuff. When you're putting together an outfit, are you thinking like, all right, I gotta show off like this tattoo, or like, are you throwing on like certain jeans to show off tattoos through like the rips and stuff? Like, how does your
Mm.
mind kind of flow when it comes to tattoos and outfits?
No, I don't really think that deep into it. I mean, I got shorts. So once you
Hmm.
throw on some shorts, the tat's gonna show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You throw on a short sleeve shirt, the tat's gonna show. So I don't really think that deep into like showing off the tattoos. I think I see a pair of shoes or if I get like a shirt or something, from there that's the inspiration. Now you gotta just flow around it and just put something tough together.
And what about kind of the on court style? Like, are you opposed to wearing, like, now you got the leg sleeve, right? So
So
are you gonna be wearing like a leg sleeve in game ever, or you want to make sure those tats are showing while you're playing?
Yeah, nah. I did start off wearing the long legs, on both legs. But
Yeah.
now that I got some tats, I'm like, nah, we'll let them boys, we'll let them rock.
Yeah. All right. What has been your most painful kind of spot to get tattooed?
Oh, my knee for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Knee is crazy. I ain't even touch my elbow because I don't even want to know what that's like. I do not want to know what that elbow like, but the knee was crazy. The
And
knee and
then
then like the kind of the inside of my thigh on the Tupac piece. I ain't even got that finished yet. I gotta go back and get that finished because that's a tough little area right there too.
well, that's what I want to ask you. So what has been your kind of longest like session?
My longest session probably was yeah, probably my knee because I had to keep stopping. Like the knee is crazy. I had to keep stopping. I had to take breaks. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna make it through this. But yeah, the knee probably because, like I said, I had to just keep stopping. Had to take breaks, take a breather. That knee crazy.
How does your tattoo sessions kind of go? Like, are you someone you like listening to music? You like hanging out with like a group of people with you? Like, how do you enjoy getting your tattoos?
Nah, I just kind of put some headphones in and rock. I'm trying to get in and get out. Some
Yeah.
people are there for the vibes. I'm trying to get in, get the work done, to get out of there.
And then are you someone, do you rather like get tatted in like your off season where like you kind of have less of like basketball training and whatnot? Or you
Yeah.
really don't really care when you're getting tatted?
Nah, I usually like it to be during the off season, but women's basketball players don't really have an off season because we have
Mm-hmm.
to go to the W straight to overseas. So most of the time, like I said, I kind of get my work done overseas. But my last two portraits, my Tupac and the Andre, I got done in Atlanta after the season. So I try to kind of like space it because like I said, with this knee, I was kind of I couldn't really move it for a little minute. So trying to hoop when you can't really have that range of motion is tough.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna ask, do you find it like challenging then because kind of you're playing basketball, all year round to
Mm.
get tattoos in spots like that, whether it's like your
Oh
knee
yeah,
or like the thigh and thing like that?
for sure. I mean, just to even get in a session is tough when you constantly playing. Because like I said, you want to go to a good artist, you kind of got to work around their schedule as well.
Mm-hmm.
And when you gone for 7 to 8 months overseas, or when you in the WCs and constantly traveling, you trying to get in where you can fit in. And if you ain't one of them people who can sit through a 5, 6, 7 hour session, now you got to figure out another time to come back, get more work done, so you can have a finished product. So it's definitely tough.
Yeah. That's wild. I didn't even think of that. When I'm thinking like off season for me, like I'm saying, I'm ignorantly thinking like you have the off season, but again, like you said, you're going overseas and you're
Yeah,
playing all year, which is wild.
so
So there's a couple pieces I wanna talk about quick is that I like really like that you have that piece like right on the middle of your chest, and it's like an infinity like kind of heart like mixed together. So just talk to me about that, like what kind of like creative like mindset behind that and why you got that piece.
yeah, so I got the piece on my chest is family. Family is everything. With, like you said, the heart and the affinity. So I got that in Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Random, just had some off time, and I was just, I had seen like, you be scrolling pictures, and I
Yeah,
had
yeah, yeah.
seen like I seen the vibe like a couple of times. I'm like, dang, that's tough. Like, no, I don't want to go too crazy on, you know what I'm saying, but something that
Yeah.
like because I wear sports bras too, so I'm like that'll be tough. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I'm just kind of walking around in a sports bra or something, but I don't want to get too crazy and then be looking like,
Yeah.
too out there. So I had to keep kind of subtle.
And then what about when or actually I have a question. So when did you kind of like start to touch the face? Because I've seen recently, and I didn't even notice till like a week ago that you
Oh,
have the chosen and the diamond, yeah, on the side, like right in front of your ear. When did you
mhm.
when did you decide to get those? And then just talk to me about those two pieces.
So I went and got that when I had got my knee. It's crazy
Okay.
that I got it before I got my knee, which is a great thing because I would have never got it if I would have tried to do the knee first. But I got it before. I don't know. I think I was just getting haircuts, and I was just like, that would be tough because,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You get the little temp size, and you're like, dang, that would be tough if I had something
Mm-hmm.
right there. Like I said, you get to the point where you just like, what's gonna look tough? Like I'm tatted now, so
Yeah.
what's gonna be dope? Like now you're just looking more for dope versus something that's like crazy meaningful.
And was there any, like, talk to me about the pain level kind of over here compared to other spots on the body?
Oh no, so this was smooth. So the diamond and the chosen, especially like when you get a small tattoo, like that's 2 seconds, especially
Mm-hmm.
when you done sat through 4, 5, 6 hour sessions. Like it ain't nothing to get a little 30-minute tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
No matter the spot, you know what I mean? You can suck that up. So that wasn't painful at all for real.
And then you went straight to the knee with the most painful. So
Not
I'm sure.
facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right, I got a last few questions here, but if you could like give me, let's say, like a top 3 or top 5 of, you know, kind of people or it doesn't have to be NBA players, but let's just say athletes with tattoos that you like kind of fuck with and you're like, yo, they got some dope ink. Who would you name?
So Cappy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, T.Y. I don't know if you know Emma Cannon. Emma Cannon, I play with her overseas. She got some tough pieces.
I gotta look her up.
Yeah, Emma Cannon, she got some tough pieces. You know, I'm on the W side, so BG got some tough pieces. Shout out my dog BG, man. Free my dog to his backwards. Y'all know how that goes.
Yeah.
He's going through a tough time right now. And who else? I like Teaspoon. Natasha Hyman, she got like little tough, little dope pieces. Like it ain't nothing like that's crazy blasted over her body, but it's like the little intricate pieces that she do got, they tough.
Hell yeah. And do you see kind of in the W, do you see the tattoo culture like changing? Like what the years you've been in the league, have you seen it like progressively, like more girls coming in and being tatted or wanting to get tatted? Like, are you seeing that firsthand?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, when you're in college, you know, you kind of just trying to make a way, eating noodles and stuff like that. But you know, once you actually get a little money in your pocket, and if you do have those ideas, you kind of can rock out, and you got a teammate or two who got some tattoos, they can kind of put you on. So I definitely see like a lot of cats coming in and getting tatted.
Hell yeah. All right, and then last question. This is a question we ask everybody. Is how much do you think you've spent total on your tattoos?
Ooh, I probably spent by I'm gonna say I spent about 10. Probably about 10. I ain't go too crazy.
All right, yeah. That's 10. I mean 10 is still 10 though, so
But that's 10 throughout the years. I'm 27.
Yeah.
So 10, that ain't much. Not what these folks be breaking bread. Like I said, I had that little cotton. Like I jumped off the porch early, so if I would have waited, it probably would have been a lot crazier. But I was just cooling for my first couple of years.
Yeah. All right. Fire conversation. Thank you for coming on and talking to us for a little bit, Courtney. I appreciate you, and I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the year.
Appreciate you.